I'm Bob Porter. This is Nat Dixon. Softly as in a morning sunrise, Nat Dixon's quintet here on Jazz 88 WBGO. Marvin Horn, the guitarist, with Hugh Lawson at the piano, Andy McLeod on bass, and Greg Bandy on drums. And our leader and guest here at Jazz 88, Mr. Nat Dixon. Nat, tell me about this. You mentioned early to me, we're talking with Nat about the idea of making your own CD. He has been doing this for several years now. This is actually the fifth piece of product that he's had hit the market. Now, you said that the production costs are just about halfway earned back at this point?
Yeah.
Now, that's after 3 months or so you've been hustling out there. You've been getting out.
Well, once you build a network, you have some resources. You have some people that you can go to. And when you put out something that people like before, it becomes a lot easier to approach them about the next
Yeah, and they know who you are, right?
Right. So far it's been doing very well. And I'd just like to encourage our listeners. We're going to have a nice big CD party, no cost involved, of course, unless you want to get a CD, of course. And it's going to be at the La Famille on May 5th and 6th. And we're going to have the two bands. We're going to have the organ band that you heard earlier and the piano quintet. And it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of my friends are going to come out from D.C. and other parts of the country. And, of course, we invited you, but you're going to be away.
I'm going to be in Memphis for the Blues Awards,
Right.
Unfortunately. But, I mean, it sounds like a wonderful time. For those of you who are unfamiliar with La Famille, it's at 125th and 5th. And it's a marvelous room with terrific food and a real good vibe in that room. I'm real glad to see them opening up that room upstairs.
Yeah, I was going to say that they really... La Famille has been in business for 36 years, and I believe...
Is that right?
25 of those years they had jam sessions, and they've catered to live music and jazz music in particular. And there's the trio of people, and one lady in particular, Denise, who I'd like to say hello to, who has really done a great job of renovating upstairs and making it look really good. Fantastic piano and a great ambiance. You've been there, I think, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so I think those who come out will have a good time. I know that the foreign contingent, that's their first stop. The Japanese
right?
and the Europeans, yeah, that's their first stop.
Well, I guess La Famille would have to be at the head of the pack in terms of carrying on that great tradition of the uptown club scene.
Yes, it's changed quite a bit in the last 3 or 4 years, but fortunately we still have the La Famille. I mean, as you said, we had all these other great clubs, and for one reason or another, they're out of business now. But I do think things will turn around because you know how music and life in general, there's ups and downs.
Well, we know about that.
Yeah, that's part of the business, yeah.
That's what the blues is all about, it seems to me.
Yeah, I like that blues you played earlier about in one hand and out the other.
In case you're just tuning in, we're chatting with Nat Dixon. Nat is I guess the best way to describe him is a man who does it all himself.
Well, now, I really don't want to say that because there's my wife and my children, and there are producers and other people who have, and also my manager, Aisha Tynan, Saida Coltrane, and John. A lot of people have really helped me along the way. There's really nothing that you do by yourself.
True.
I initiate a lot of things, and I have that kind of determination. I don't know where that comes from, but I have it. I believe in music. I love it, and it's something I'm going to do, regardless, whatever happens.
And in case you just tuned in, we also want to mention the fact that Nat has now done 5 albums on his own of his music with a variety of different bands, including a lot of top stars. And they have been well received by you in our Jazz 88 listening audience, and let's hope that it all continues. Let us head on back to the music. You were going to talk a little bit more about the organ group and how that came together. Which night is that going to be at La Famille?
The organ group will be on May 6th.
Okay.
And the piano quintet will be on May 5th.
Okay.
Okay? And we're going to have Reuben Wilson, Marvin Horn, and Wayne Henderson in that group.
So that's virtually the same band.
It's the same band as Harlem All-Star. The piano group will be different. We'll have Michael Cochran on piano. The drummer is not settled yet, but we're working on that. Andy McLeod, Marvin Horn, and myself.